they rang Villa Lobos in Paris and it said, you know, there's a wonderful English boy who plays your music so beautifully. He said, surely that's an anachronism. And I got the feeling when he'd said that I wasn't going to be received with great enthusiasm. But anyway, I played to him, and he was very critical. He didn't like a lot of the fingerings. And you must remember, I just recorded these pieces. And that we got to one point in the first prelude, in the middle section, when he said, stop. And I was absolutely appalled because he was very angry. He said, you can't play it like that. Well, I said, well, Segovia plays it like that. He said, I know. And he said last year when Segovia was in Paris and I saw that he was playing this prelude on the programme, I telephoned him and told him not to play it. And I thought, my God, you know, what a man this Villa Lobos is. You know, I mean, there's very few composers ever tell you they don't want to hear you play their pieces. I mean, that's incredible. So I was absolutely terrified at this, and so he ended up the interview, and I went through all the pieces, incidentally, that I knew, and a lot of very interesting things came out of it. I mean, he's the sort of man who can say, no, I don't like that, and grab the instrument from you and show you how he likes it. Now, very few composers can do that. And I then realised later that, you see, I played this Brazilian music like a European. Now, the thing is that Brazilian music isn't European music, and it has its own characteristics. And some of those characteristics are rather primitive. But the primitivism is their strength. And I think that my playing was, if I may say so, too sophisticated for Villa Lobos. And that was the thing which interested in him. Well, that was the thing that interested him in a way, but wasn't authentic for him. And that's why he was very anxious that I did the music as he wanted it. And that was why I was so pleased to have that opportunity to know. Now, the outcome of all this was that I'd done these recordings, and in November, a few months later, they were issued. And he was in New York at the time, and somebody told him, do you know that Julian Bream's record of your prelude has come out? And he heard it. And apparently he was so delighted that he bought about 20 or 30 of these records and gave them out as Christmas presents. And that's extraordinary, because the whole of these pieces, all this recording, had all the faults that he was so critical about. But somehow he'd forgotten about it, and I just think it's a rather nice touch.